Today we're going to be installing big 48-inch box trees. We've never done them before. But before we get started, I just want to tell you a quick story. This is the timeline for the day. At 2 p.m., non-negotiable, I have a very important appointment and I have to leave at 1 p.m. Trees, 48-inch box trees. Applewood has never installed 48-inch box trees. The biggest we've done is a 36 one time, but we've done 24s like hundreds of times. Easy. We've always done 24-inch trees. Semi-truck is supposed to arrive at this job site at 11 a.m. with the two 48-inch box trees. Okay, simple, right? Okay, we're good. 11 a.m. ready. The nursery said, yo, T, you need to have a forklift to take the tree off and move it around. I said, okay, done, no problem. So for the ditch witch, because it can lift almost the same amount as the 259. Pretty much. All you gotta do is take a layer out. If the 259 can lift the tree and move it around, the ditch witch can do that as well. So I was like, okay, we got the new forks. We left the forks here on the job site and we took the ditch witch. I told Jesus, he's here with two other guys finishing up little touches. I said, yo, when the trees come, you're gonna see the semi-truck roll on. He's gonna have a big covering tarp deal. It's gonna take him 15 minutes to take it down. When the trees arrive, call Jose. He's gonna take the ditch witch from the job we're using and bring it here. He said, all right, cool. 11 o'clock, no trees. 12 o'clock, no trees. 1 p.m. on the dot, trees. Jesus gets on the phone, calls Jose. Jose brings the ditch witch. I'm FaceTiming Jesus. Okay, I'm FaceTiming. I'm like, hey, what's going on? Let me show me this. He's showing me the trees. I'm like, wow, these are massive, huge. And he's like, I don't think the ditch witch will lift it. I'm like, really? Because the guy said have a little forklift. I said, okay, why not? And he's like, they are huge. I'm like, ask the semi-truck driver how much they weigh. And he talks in Spanish. And the guy's like, 2 tons. And he says 2 tons. I'm like, 2 tons? I'm like, that's 6,000 pounds. I'm like, what? There's no way. There's no way. And I'm like, ask him if he meant 2,000 pounds. And he said, and the guy's like, no, 2 tons. I'm sitting here, I'm like, dude, we got a problem. There's no way in hell the ditch witch or the 259 can lift that. There's no way. Like, no way. Absolutely no way. So now, instead of like, this is what happens. Instead of me sitting here and like, oh my God, what happened? What happened? Why did this happen? Why did this happen? The guy told me this, guy told me this. I'm like, whatever, dude. This is exactly what I do every time. I put all that shit aside. I said, we have a problem. We need a solution. This is what I do every time. I'm like, okay, there's no way the ditch witch can lift it. So I start calling tool runs to places. I call a place, I'm like, hey, I need a forklift. He says, we don't have a forklift. I'm like, all right, hang up. Hey, I need a forklift. He said, we have forklifts. I'm like, can your forklift lift? Can your forklift lift? Forklift lift. Can your forklift lift 6,000 pounds? He said, I have 2 forklifts in the company that can lift that, but I don't have them available. I have 1 forklift that can lift 4,500 pounds. I'm like, dude, I am so screwed. I basically need a crane to lift these trees. Okay, I go on Google and I Google 6,000 pounds. And I'm like, dude, I am so screwed. I'm like, why? I can't believe this happened. Like, there's no way we're gonna lift it. This semi-truck driver is gonna have to leave. And he's gonna have to go back to wherever he came from. And it's gonna be a pain in the ass. So I get on the phone and I call the nursery. I'm like, hey, you told me to have a forklift. The semi-truck driver says that they're 6,000 pounds a piece. I'm like, there's no way I can lift 6,000 pounds. And I went to Google and Google says 6,000 pounds. I'm like, what do I do? And she's like, well, I don't know much about that. Let me transfer you to someone that does. I said, okay, fine, transfer me. He gets on, he's like, hey, is the semi-truck driver there? I said, yes. He's like, did you lift them? I'm like, no, they weigh 6,000 pounds. He's like, what kind of tree did you get? I'm like, a 48-inch box tree. And he's like, no, our trees weigh 2,500 pounds. I'm like, really? And he's like, yeah. I'm like, because Google says 6,000, your semi-truck says 6,000. And he says, no, 2,500. I'm like, goodbye. Hang up, call the boys, lift it. Boom! Lifted it right off the bed, put it down, bam. So now they are digging the holes a little bit bigger and we're gonna put the trees in. Let's go see what they got. Now we gotta wait for them to widen the holes a little bit, and then we're gonna put the trees in.
Yeah, stop recording. Yeah, if you want to, that could be cool. It should be. That's important. Thank you so much. Bye. Mama's American Pie.
Wowawooza. Very nice. Look at these big, massive finished trees. They're installed. The reason we did a 48-inch tree because the city required it. Either she needed to put like 8 24-inch trees or 2 48-inchers because they're very mature. And the positioning is very good. I like it a lot. They're big. They're really big. This is a very mature tree. And this thing does not weigh 2 tons. They don't weigh 4,000 pounds. They weigh 2,000 pounds a piece. Simple. Also, for this video, hit 1,000 likes. You see the video, man? You like the video? You like the content? Hit a like. That's the least you can do. I'm not even asking for any money. I'm giving stuff away. Hit the like. Also, you see this bar? Come on, dude. Do the right thing. Hit the subscribe. Tell me in the comments, have you ever installed a 48-inch box tree? What's the biggest one you've done? I'm really curious. I'll be responding back 2 hours after I post the video. Hit the notification bell, all right? Ooh, good stretch. Now, for the random person giveaway. You ready for this? All the comments are loaded up on my 12 mini. I got the little baby one. This thing's awesome. Now check it out. Everything is loaded up. All the comments are loaded, all 650 of them. Now I have to pick a random person and boom, right here. Hey man, this is Gonzalo's Lawn Service LLC. Hey man, I like watching your videos, but it's hard. Sometimes I just feel like quitting. I'm stressing sometimes. I only have 2 employees. Well, it is what it is. And I dude, this is a funny comment. I responded to him, stop complaining. So, Gonzalo, because you complained, you get a phone, I guess. It is what it is. Message me on Instagram, DM me, give me your address, I'll send you the phone. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Peace.